Tommy Muzzy, welcome back. So guys, welcome back to the 4th episode of Trying to Save Africa. So guys, today's topic, we're going to be talking about Balenciaga and kids. I'm sure most of us already know by now that we have seen some adverts around with kids being sexualized and posted online with Balenciaga's brand name on it online. So this has happened more than once. I have come across so many, so I've lost count. But I just want to point out some of the things we need to watch out when we see posts like this. And it'd be good that when we see stuff like this, guys, we need to raise awareness. We need to use our voices, use our platform to raise awareness and let people know what's going on. So with the sexualized posts with kids, with Balenciaga's print on it, so what's happening here is, so I'm going to pick one and talk about. So this one here, what's going on in this post is, as you can see, the girl is wearing a all black dress. So that there is signifying that the child there is a black child. And if you see, the child is holding a toy. That is weird. And if and also if you see next to the child, they have this Ghana must go back. This bag is mainly found in Africa. So that's another clue. They will use something from Africa to signify, to show that this child is from Africa and is black. And also, if you look in front of the child, they have this black flask where we put alcohol inside. And on top of it is literally jet black. And on top of it, it has H2O, which means water. And that means there's water in black. And water is life, which means there's life in black. So there is life in that black child, which they are sexualizing. So that got me thinking as well. So why is there life in black and not in white? So guys, this is what I'm trying to say, that the leaders at the top are doing something illegal and we don't that we don't know about. So we need to be looking at the signs and wake up, because this is rubbish. There's life in everyone. Why just black and not white? Because they are fetishing on black people. They are fetishing on black nature. They love how black people look. They love their strength. They love how they play around. They love how they connect with their people. And instead of trying to learn the nature of learn their sporting activities, what make them strong, they fetish on them. They kill them, rape them, turn them into robots, and say there's life in black. So, and these kids, majority of them will come from the urban places in Africa where there's humanitarian crisis. The urban areas where they don't use social media like we do. They're in their own world doing their own thing. So they go and get the kids from there to sexualize on them and play games. So it's another one I would like to just point out, because there's so many. Well, it's good to look out for the signs, so we can use our platform, use our voices to raise awareness, to spread the word to people, so we can all stand together and we can fight this. So this other picture, if you look at the top, you will see Africa, but they have cut. It's halfway. So that signifies there that child there is from Africa. And if you look next to the child, there was a black handbag, which shows that the child was taken from the mom. And also with the black bottle with H2O, with water. There's life in black. And so guys, this third one as well, same thing here. The child holding a weird toy. This showing here that this is a black child because it's weird. When they want to signify someone from Africa, because they don't connect with Africans, they don't connect with the people from the urban area, they call them weird. They draw them in funny pictures and they call them animals. So they will use a white child, so you don't really understand that is slavery. That this is what they are doing. This is slavery. They're practicing what they've done before, but in a modern way. So they use a white child to camouflage, but the child would hold things things around the child is all weird, funny looking, because that's how they describe the urban, the Africans in the urban areas. And you see in front, H2O in a black bottle, telling you again, there's life in black. So just tell you that child there is black from Africa. So why do they do this? They're just putting this out there, firstly, to invite more rich people, more slave masters to come and practice their fetish. And also to see if the Africans are awake, or if the Africans can do anything about it. So they can if the Africans don't do anything about it, they will carry on and then call themselves strong. So this is the thing, guys. The slave masters, they carry on doing this thing because they think they can. The slave masters at the top, they know the people need change. The people need to move on. But what would they do? They don't want change. They keep fetishing on the Africans. They keep going to the Africans, the ones, the urban area where we can learn from and change the environment. They keep going there instead to rape, to take them to practice their sexuality, slavery, immorality. So what are we doing, guys? Like, what are we doing? We can't sit here and watch this going on. The kids, they don't deserve this. Like how can you do such a thing? Guys, the world is so damaged. It's so rotten. Like, and we are just walking. We need to fight for change. We can't let the slave masters to keep doing what they're doing, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I really want to understand why. Like, how can you call yourself strong if you can't support yourself, if you're not independent? You rely on others to be strong, and you rely on the negative aspect. You kill them, you force them. So how is that strong? Guys, we need to take control of our lives. We need to take control, because we are moving back, and we are not seeing it. Or maybe we are and not doing anything about it. We need to stand together. Use your voices, your platform. It's powerful. Stand together and fight. So just a little explanation of what's going on here, guys, is back in slavery days, back when slavery was allowed and open, because is not allowed now, but it still is. When it was open, everyone had a slave. Why was that accepted, and why did that happen in the first place? So this is Africa, this is the world. The slave master went to Africa to explore. They went to see what's in Africa. So when they got there, they saw the natures of the Africans. They loved their nature, and they loved, because it was mainly men that went there. So they loved the women, and then they sexualized on the women. So now what did they do? They brought slaves, men, women, and kids to their land. They said they needed help for manual labor. So they brought them to the land, mainly because of the women. So what happens? Instead, the reason why they went there to explore was because they were not satisfied with what was happening in their land. So when you went there to explore, they saw more. They saw things that they could have learned. Why didn't they learn and take to their land? Instead, they took the women, the kids, and the men to their land to carry on practicing slavery. So now, it has got to a point where it's now very obvious why they went to Africa. To get the humans, for the humans. So now they're looking for different reasons to go now to Africa. And now they've created different reasons. They've created cars, phones, everything electronic is from Africa. So what's going on? They go to places where there's humanitarian crisis, which was mainly caused by them. They will take the humans and take some of the minerals to carry on with the phones. But we don't need phones like this. We don't need cars every year or phones every year. But they need humans every year or every week. So that's why they keep going. So it has not changed. Things have not changed from back in slavery. So they have not learned. I don't know if they have learned their mistake and they are still carrying on, or they have not learned at all. Because we now in the world, we are suffering. We are having to deal with mental health illnesses, diseases, and most of these things can be cured by just using your body, moving. So why are we not going to Africa to learn? Why are we just staying and getting more mental health issues and more diseases? So guys, we need to stand together and fight for change. We need to fight for our health and fight for a better future.